very important factors.
Mm.
If you look keenly, there are
Mm-hmm.
very few players who the system is not designed around them, but can impact and make you think that okay, this system. One of these players, I think it would be Jemo.
Yes.
Jemo,
Yes.
his defensive production is a lot. If you
Mm-hmm.
just look at any game, there's no plays run for him. He is not okay. He doesn't get that much play time. But then you realize, you need a very important stop. Jemo is there. You
Yeah,
see,
because he
very
understands his job.
versatile. He can do a lot. But then I would ask one question to
Mm-hmm.
you, Abel, and to Nderitu. I have not seen Jemo in international games. Whether okay, I think 3-on-3 I once saw him, but then on 5-on-5, very much rarely. Could I get a little bit more insight about it? Because is he not good enough in the trials, or
So let's
what
let me
what
let me
could be the
answer
issue?
first,
Because
and
I
Nderitu
think
can
he's
go
very
ahead.
good.
Huh? Nderitu, you want to answer?
Go ahead, Abel. I feel like that question. Maybe you can have some context on that one. You can add.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that one
context
is,
because Jemo, there are different reasons. Like, I mean, not delve on certain other reasons, but let's talk about when he's on the floor. When he's on the floor, you have to understand the issue is that he doesn't play in the paint. And the way they've been selecting him, even in Thunder, the way they want to play him, he plays at the four usually, right? Stretch
yeah.
four or whatnot. So what happens is that him not being physical, so it becomes a trade-off between okay, if he's in here, like look at it this way. In terms of pecking order, the national team considers that Okal is above him, right? Which
Yeah.
means they play the same position, they play the exact same position. But Okal is going to focus on his defensive assignment. James still wants to shoot the three, okay, or pull up a mid range. If you look at Okal well with the Morans, particularly, he doesn't shoot a 3 point, okay? He did that with KPA the other day, that's fine. But in
Till
Morans, he has never
till
done that.
I think in the
You
next
get it?
games he will be.
So in Morans, you'll do it once, but he will not do that the way he did in KPA. So with
Yeah.
Jemo, I think it's more of an issue of when the coach sees him coming in, he wants him to be very physical because when you see him in the local league, like you said, Steve-O, he's so physical. He gets the defensive stops when you need them. He's the guy with the big block or the big rebound. But he's like 70 pounds lighter than the guys that are playing in the paint when now we cross borders. You get it? So it's not the same thing. It takes a toll on you. So I think to me, when it comes to basketball wise, I think that's what they look at. If I was the coach, he would definitely be on my team because I think he has great motor skills. He's a hustler and he's a reliable player, right? You can rely on him to take rebounds and to block shots, or at least to try because he doesn't tire from trying. But I'm not the coach. So I'm just talking about what I've seen during the games. I think that's what they're judging. Hence, and then lastly, I think himself, I don't know that he has heavy interest at this point in playing it. I don't know. Some of these players sometimes, you know, the experience I've had here is that there are a lot of players who have refused to play for the national team, but their friends don't know. And their friends talk about it and get pissed off every day. Like, why are you not calling Steve-O? Steve-O has said he's not playing. So I don't know if he said he's not playing also. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. But I'm just saying,
Like
I've seen it
yeah.
happening with players here who have said they're not playing. I've been there when we call players to play. We call you Steve-O, and Steve-O doesn't pick up. You send a message, come for practice, he doesn't pick up. But his friends on Facebook say, you're not selecting Steve-O. But Steve-O has the letter. He's refusing to pick. He says he's not coming. But Steve-O's friend is on Facebook and Instagram saying, people are fake, you're not selecting Steve-O. So that's what I'm saying. You can't remove that also from the equation. We have very weird players in our league who decide they're not playing for the longest time. And you will not know because they'll never tell you. They always hide, as you know, act like Awana Shida, but I don't do Omekata.
like
Oh,
even like even to add on to that, like Jimo was on the list, like for the African, like his name was
Yes.
there. So like
yes.
there's not.
Yes, it
I
was
I
there.
feel the federation or even the officials who are selecting. There's not much they can do if don't both parties don't like communicate.
Mm.
It's not gonna work. It's not
Okay.
gonna happen. Right?
This-
Okay,
okay.
so
There's one thing I'd like. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Steve.
There's one thing I'd like to throw to the both of you. So, my take on Jemo is really, really unpredictable on offense, and that would really, really be something that could bring you problems in the national team because you don't have that much time to train, that much time to learn tendencies and all that. I think that is one of the things I would think coaches would really be scared about Jemo because Jemo is coming up with the ball. You expect him to give a handoff. He fakes the handoff. He goes for a layup. This time, you expect him to shoot. He is giving out the handoff. I think his unpredictability on offense would really hurt his stock on the national team. But then I would
100%.
also love to see a coach who would be able to tame his bad habits and bring out his positivities because I really think we should like have him once, at least once, on a high level, so that we can really say, okay,
But he has
I've not
played.
been having this guy, and he would not really have the top.
But,
Yeah.
but, but he has played. But he has played with Morant. He
Okay,
has played.
he's played once, but then I think right now he's like getting to his peak or a little bit past his peak.
I don't know how old you
Uh,
think
would
he really
would
is,
be
though.
no. Okay, I don't really go for the age when it comes to our national team and the local league
Hmm.
because it is very. I can say the peak is is you cannot. It's really unpredictable to know. Is it the
No, I
age
meant in
that really
terms of
influences?
the progression and change. I meant in terms of your statement of a coach who
Yeah.
can change some of his character.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I
Like, I
think
don't know if they can change that. It's only him who can
yeah.
change
That
it to
that
go
is
back.
challenging.
It's only him who can
That is
change it. Like you see in 20 Thunder, you can realize it's a bit more disciplined. You understand?
yeah.
Maybe because of the structure and the remuneration. I don't know. You get it.
But,
So
but but
maybe
if you
that
look
can happen.
keenly, if you look keenly, you would find
Mm.
he still has his unpredictable tendencies.
No, now
You'd find sometimes,
in terms of the game, I'm with you
yeah,
100%. That's his biggest flaw. He's not
yeah,
consistent with the way of playing on offense. He's always trying to go
yeah,
towards his instincts. So sometimes I can backfire on him. Like there are times he has tried to pull up a three for no reason. He has tried to go and pull up a mid range for no reason. Yet the same play
yeah,
call was called. The handoff was still available, but he refused to give it. He felt this one I can step back. So yes, he gets carried
yeah.
away offensively sometimes. He decides that I got this.
So
I've seen something. You're
I
right.
would,
Yes,
I would like
that's
to
a good
see him
point.
one time.
Mhm.
I would like to see him one time with top talent to see how is it. Have we been making a mistake or is it just okay? So I would like to see that very much.
Just
If
you know,
Otherwise, I would gladly give him up to the 3-on-3 teams. He's one of
like
the guys that I would
yeah,
like. I would like. Okay, you can play 3-on-3. Actually, Jemo doesn't have so much focus on 5-on-5. That is why is the one person will say, okay, wewe unaenda ukacheza 3-on-3. But I am very strict when it comes to Fahim and Ortega and Disma and that upcoming group. I would really love for them to grow up as solid 5-on-5 players, so that you can depend on them when need arises.
just
yep.
even to add on, just to add on to like James. Remember in 2022, the man played for the Ulinzi Warriors, made the finals. He played for Equity, and now in this current situation is the Thunder. So I'm not like honestly for the guy. I feel like he's. I feel it's fundamentally sound, but if you look at him right now, sometimes you just feel like it's just the same year and same thing. Like the way he's producing here is the same way he's producing when he was with the Equity Dumas, the same way he was there. So sometimes I just ask myself, like, do you see like any progression with like the way he's looking at the games, the way he's like approaching like the way he's doing things? So That's one thing that I actually shocks